Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the hottest night of the year. It's Los Trios Tangos. I'm your host, Silver Spoon, joined as always by a man who's going to be tangoing tonight. It's Captain Ted.
That's right, Silves. We're going to be dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight. All of us.
That's right, Tibbs. But before that, we have this match. A historic Los Quatros Tangos match. The first ever 4-on-4-man tag match as the men known as the Dynasty take on the VWO.
Ah, the Dynasty. Some of the greatest competitors in the JWF. And now they're such utter assholes.
I mean, look at them right now. They like to say they are the best four-man group in professional wrestling history, and we can see it right now. Them mocking the Four Horsemen. I mean, Blake Tanner coming out looking like Tully Blanchard, Barry Windham. I mean, Scott Moore already looked enough like Arn Anderson. He might as well.
Just honestly, utter disrespect on the part of the Dynasty, but I can't really say. Yeah, you don't have style, huh?
That's right, Tibbs, but of course these men have been in a war against the VWO for many years now, going back to Los Trios Tangos 2 years ago when the Dynasty actually defeated the VWO, forcing them out of this company.
Of course, those are great days, back when the VWO were the clear bad guys, and now of course, we have this.
That's right, Tibbs, but of course, oh yeah, it wouldn't be the Four Horsemen without the leader. The man known as Scotty Moore, the leader of the Dynasty, the current JWF Tag Team Champion, and Mr. Cash in the Bag.
You know, Sills, honestly, I'd be fine with it if they committed to the bit, but I've never seen such non-committal to being Ric Flair in a Ric Flair entrance and what Scotty Moore is doing right here. Yeah, you got the robe, but where's the style? Where's the profile? I just don't see it.
That's all right, Tibbs, and of course, I mean, you would think the Dynasty would have a little bit more respect for these legends. Blake Tanner, he's faced off against Ric Flair in a JWF ring before. Faced him for the JWF Championship. A historic Summerfest match where it seemed like there was mutual respect, but tonight it seems not.
No, but then again, the Dynasty, all of them have fallen very far from those days, if you ask me, Sills.
That's right, Tibbs, but I mean, we've been talking about the Dynasty. We've got all four of them in the ring, which means it must be time for the other team to come out. A team who's been a trio for a very long time, but were recently joined by their returning patriarch. It is, of course, the VWO and their father, Clint Clouds.
If you'd asked me a couple of years ago how I would feel with the VWO against all of the members of the Dynasty going one-on-one, I'd tell you all those Dynasty boys, every one of them head and shoulders above the VWO, but the VWO come so far. I mean, Justin and Griffin completely redeeming themselves. Clint Clouds is back in action, and just shut up for a second.
I mean, Tibbs, you're right. These VWO boys, they're coming out looking for the fight.
No, Sills, I gotta get ready for this.
Tibbs, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Hammerman, baby! Come on, 100%! I love him, he's so good. Oh, he's gonna win it all tonight, Sills. Hammerman, Los Trios Quatros, Quatros Trios, Trios Hammerman, Hammerman match, Hammerman in the match, 4 hammers versus 4 pudgy boys.
That's right, Tibbs, and as I was saying before I was interrupted, I wouldn't say rudely or not, I mean, look, the VWO, they are coming out ready for a fight, wearing their traditional gear. They're not like the Dynasty, who almost seem to be making a mockery of this match type. And I mean, let's be honest, this is a historic match, first ever Los Cuatro Tangos match, and not only that, it is for all. It is winner take all. whoever comes out of this comes out with not only the JWF Tag Team Championships, but also the JWF Captain's Championship.
And Sills, I wouldn't have it any other way. This is going to be a complete slobber knocker. Everyone's going to be fighting for their lives out there.
That's right. Blake Tanner quickly going to work on Griffin Clouds. Goes for a chop. Griffin blocks it. Goes for a boot. Blake blocks it. I mean, these teams, they know each other so well. As Dylan now, or as I'm sorry, Blake now tags in Scott Moore, who goes for that big elbow drop. And I'll be honest, ever since the Dylan joined the Dynasty, we really haven't seen as much of Scott Moore. And it looks like we're going to see more of the Dylan right now as he's tagged in.
Well, Sills, I feel like they're saving Scott Moore. He can put a lot of power behind everything he does, but you know, he's getting on in age. He's not going to be able to do it forever. You got to save him for your real big stuff when you want to put someone down.
That's right, but oh, wait a minute! Griffin going for an under vapor early in the match, but Dylan reversing into an under vapor of his own, goes for the pinfall. Now Shibata getting in position, 1. Oh, and he kicks out at 1, Tibbs.
I don't know when they'll learn, Sills. You can't put someone away with their own move like that so easily.
That's right, but oh, Dylan with a DDT on the Hammerman who came in to help break up that pinfall, and now he's trying to go after Justin.
You gotta wonder, Sills, just what each of these teams are thinking right now. Just how much they fought, how all of their wins and losses against each other, how this one feels like it might be for, and it literally is, for all the marbles.
That's right, and now he was trying to set up for that big vape bomb, but Dylan returns the favor with a massive clothesline. And I was gonna say in the beginning, it almost seemed like the Dynasty, I mean, they had the right approach. They kept tagging in, keeping each other fresh. But now it looks like Griffin tagging himself in. That's the thing. Both of these teams, they know each other so well. They know to keep those hot tags in to keep each other fresh. But, oh, Dylan sending Griffin crashing into Justin.
The kiss of death for a multi-man match like this is keeping one member of your team in for too long. They get worn out, they start making mistakes, but not like that.
That's right, Dylan getting a little arrogant, going to the top rope, trying for that moonsault, but I don't think Griffin was weak enough for it. Got the knees up, sends him in the corner. Ooh, went for the big running clothesline, but Dylan ducks it and hits a big elbow to the back of the head.
Everyone's still... There's a lot of quick moves. You're going to be seeing a lot of counters. You're going to be seeing a lot of reversals at this point in the match, but maybe not now.
Oh, wait. No, there it is. Reverses it once again. Griffin just not able to get off that under vapor, but now the Hammerman has been tagged in. Dylan going for a splash, but Hammerman avoids it.
The Hammerman, of course, this is the best person in life, love in the universe. But he is also one of the greatest competitors I've seen step into the stage, so I just have full trust in the Hammerman to help them get this done.
That's right, but unfortunately, Dylan clearing the Hammerman's side of the ring from the VWO. He can beat down the Hammerman to a point that, I mean, he won't have anyone to tag.
Well, Sills,
upper decker from out of nowhere from the Dylan, who picks up the hammer once again. Second
Jesus.
upper decker, and he is going crazy. And Tibbsy's calling for something else. Could he be calling for a third at this point?
3 upper down.
Oh, God. All of them just annihilating the groinal region of the Hammerman. And Tibbs, wait, hold on, going for that pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, Hammerman kicked out.
It's going to take more than that to keep that Hammerman down. He's got balls of steel and fists of hammers.
That's right, but unfortunately, Blake Tanner jumping in, the crowd booing as Blake goes after the Hammerman, and now it is a 2-on-1 situation. Shibata, you gotta do something about this.
I don't know what he can do, Sills. This match is going to be an absolute cluster. There's going to be men flying everywhere. It's going to be hard to keep the peace if you're Shibata.
Oh, big moonsault. He messed it earlier, but this time he nailed it. Goes for the pinfall, but Justin quickly breaking it up. It looks like he was trying for an upper dicker on Justin, but Justin blocked it, but now, just getting dropped on his skull by Scotty Moore.
Exactly, Sills. You gotta think who's not really been in this match that much. Honestly, almost all of the members of the Dynasty are fresh. The Dylan has been in going for a while now. You gotta start to be worried about him at that point if you're one of the Dynasty members. And you've gotta really be worried because he's up against the Hammer Man, and that's really bad for anybody.
Oh, it is after he nails that hammer. Leg drop straight to the skull of the Dylan. And Tibbs, let me tell you something. I think that might be it right there. Hammerman's just got to hook that leg, and Dylan might be out.
Oh, you can only hope. Get him.
Oh, but Scotty Moore breaking it up.
A lot of good awareness, though, by the Dynasty. I will give them that.
That's right, but I mean, like you were saying earlier, the death knell of someone in one of these matches is if they don't tag in frequently, if they don't bring in new members, and that's the problem with the Dylan. The Dylan not really working with his team as well as we would have thought. He is one of the newest members to the Dynasty.
Well, Sills, that's probably taking some getting used to, but the Dylan has always shown that he wants to work alone. He works his best alone, and he's at best when he's messing with everyone else.
That's right, but he managed to tag in Scott Moore and the big man going against Clint Clouds. I mean, outside of the VWO and the Dynasty take all that away, we have seen epic rivalries between these two in the past. Oh, Clint with a big boot.
They both have very similar career trajectories. They're both just absolute veterans. They've been through the ringer and back again, and Clint Clouds just staring down Scott Moore, just begging for him to come back up.
That's right, Scott trying to crawl to his corner for a tag, but instead, Clint picks him up, tosses him into the corner, wait for the splash, but Scott manages to duck it. And now, Tibbs, we may be seeing it. That move he has put down others before the big, oh wait! Before he get hit the big pop of powerbomb, Clint manages to avoid it, picks him up, spine buster from Clint Clouds.
Beautiful.
All right, now Clint just, oh, vicious rake of the back. And now Scott trying to make a tag, but instead, oh, eats that big move from Clint Clouds. 1, 2, 3.
What? We got our first elimination, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, and Clint Clouds showing he has not missed a step, but unfortunately the Dylan may be trying to trip him with a big moonsault.
Oh, the Dylan's in. He can't be feeling good about watching that elimination. He tagged in Scott Moore, and he's now back in to try to fix his mistakes.
That's right, he basically signed the death certificate. Oh, DDT on the Hammerman. I mean, Dylan's tactic almost seems as if it's almost like Dylan thinks that he's in a handicap match. He's trying his best to make sure the VWO stay off the apron instead of relying on his teammates to run the interference for him.
Well, Sills, I'm of two minds about that, honestly. If he does that, then that means that you've got our JWF Tag Team Champions completely fresh. The best tag team we have in this division, honestly. And with that kind of power, if you are just someone who's just weakening your opponents, then that may be all that's needed. Upper Dicker.
That's right, big upper Dicker, but now trying to get Griffin, but Griffin finally fighting back, and he's got Dylan rocked. He's got Dylan shook. If Justin could just take this advantage to get back to his feet, it may provide wonders for the VWO.
Oh, it doesn't look like it worked out too well for Griffin, though. He was just waiting, and Dylan came out of nowhere with just punching him in the face.
That's right, that big DDT, but Justin did get back to his feet in that time. Whips Dylan into the ropes, bounces off. Oh, big kick, and he has got the Lord of the Smart Side bleeding, and now Dylan is on the outside with Justin. And Tibbs, this is about to get dangerous.
They left the safety of the ring, and Justin Cloud just smack on that apron.
That's right, and now Dylan on the top rope once again. Is he? Oh my God! Actually taking out Griffin and Justin with one flying maneuver. Now taking Justin back into the ring. Could be going for that big moonsault once again. Oh, instead opted to drop the elbow. Almost a tribute to his tag partners, the BS. 2, 3!
It's another elimination for the Dynasty. That's their first. Sorry.
That's right, now he's got Clint Clouds. Clint Clouds for total destruction.
Is he gonna go for 2?
That's right, picking him back up, but Clint fighting back. Shot to the breadbasket, shot to the top of the skull. Was trying to go for a spine buster, but Dylan wisely grabbing onto the ropes. And now Dylan just wailing on Clint Clouds. I mean, Clint Clouds was like amazing out of the gate. But at this point, it's kind of showing the weaknesses in him.
Oh, of course, those. Like I said, they've been going long.
Wait! SMG! Assisted SMG from the Dylan. Puts down Clint Clouds. Goes for the pinfall. 1, 2. And Clint managed. He kicks out.
He kicked out. Look at him. Clint Clouds is a monster.
That's right, but Scotty Moore, the leader of the Dynasty, finally tagged in, tossing Clint to the outside, and now bouncing off the ropes for a beautiful, oh my God, over the top moonsault. Now he's gonna pick up Clint Clouds, tries to send him in the ring, but instead Clint manages to toss him in. And who knows, it might be like father, like son if Clint manages to hit that big slam once again on Scotty Moore.
You know, Sills, we may just be seeing history repeating itself tonight. I don't know at this point.
That's right, Tibbs, but Clint with a big kick. And I mean, let's not forget, Clint is really the, SMG! SMG from out of nowhere, but Clint wisely keeping his shoulders off the mat to prevent a pinfall.
Clint Clouds has survived so much damage in this match, but you can see it wearing on him. He's almost half blinded by that blood in his eyes. He can barely move.
That's right, now Scotty Moore sitting up for one of those vicious moves that he has won several titles with. The Scotty kick goes for the pinfall off it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, but now we're gonna see some real action. Hammerman's back in, Hammerman's fresh. He just watched his brother and his father get eliminated. What's he gonna do?
That's right, and I was gonna say, I mean, Clint Clouds was really what many thought was going to be the difference maker in this match. Clint Clouds, the one person who was not involved in that original Los Trios Tangos match. He said it upon his return, said that he had to watch from home in West Virginia as his sons lost this match, and he said he couldn't do it again.
I know, so it's a hard thing to just watch your family in the ring when you know you can't do anything about it. I mean, I've been there before. You know, I've seen it. It's just terrible.
That's right, Tibbs, and you may unfortunately have to watch later tonight because you are, of course, teaming with family as you team with your son, Chuck, to take on the vicious team known as La Flambeau. These demons, these monsters. And Tibbs, I'm afraid for what happens if y'all lose tonight.
Well, so, of course, putting Chuck in, it was a hard decision, knowing that he's gonna be there through a hellish experience with us. But honestly, with him, myself, and Momoa Curry, who is like a brother to me, we've been through so much. I know that we're gonna be victorious.
Oh! There it is once again. Let me tell you something. Griffin has that moonsault scouted. When he has a brother like the high-flying Hammerman, you have to think that Griffin knows how to avoid those top rope moves. Oh, but wait a minute. He went for an upper dicker, but Dylan showing him how it's done, hitting an upper dicker of his own, just like that.
He just turns him around so forcefully. It's an entire groin shot, the upper dicker. It's
1, 2, 3! Hammerman did not manage to get the pin, or to break up the pin in time, and now Hammerman is the only member left on Team VWO.
My God, Hammerman stands alone.
And now, beautiful splash though. Quick pin 1. Oh, but Scotty Moore breaking it up.
Oh, the chances aren't looking great for the Hammerman, but look, he's trying to clear house. He's a little discombobulated. It's like he doesn't know what to do. He's trying everything just to try to even the odds, but he's surrounded by all sides.
That's right, he managed to get Blake Tanner off the top, send Scotty Moore to the outside. Dylan went for a tag, but Hammer drops him at the pass with that big elbow drop, goes for a pin off of it. 1, 2, and he kicked, well, I'm sorry, actually Blake managed to take out Shibata. The referee is down. And now, Blake Tanner! Oh my God!
That was just a snap. You just didn't see that coming.
He just hit a vicious suplex to the outside on the Hammerman, who's barely making his way back to his feet. Now he's got the Dylan coming after him.
To be able to pull out that kind of power out of nowhere, to be able to just throw the Hammerman for such a loop. Sills, I trust the Hammerman with my life, but it's just not a great situation to be in.
That's right. Now Dylan, he's got Dylan phased on the outside. Hammerman getting back in. I think he was trying for a count-out victory, but unfortunately, Dylan getting back in the ring. And, went for the upper dicker, but it was almost like there was an aura around the Hammerman. It made him avoid it. And then he hits the hammer vape boot. And now, going after the Dynasty, he's got the Dylan down. 1, 2, 3.
My God, you could see the Dylan. His face was also bloody. He was so blinded that he couldn't hit that upper dicker. Something stopped him, and now the Hammerman's going for some toys.
He's got the hammer, taking Blake Tanner up, and Scotty, unfortunately, with a big back suplex, takes out the Hammerman.
I'll say, Sills, that was a wise decision, trying to get the Hammerman away from an actual hammer.
That's right, and then the hammer leg drop to the outside, and Tibbs, I think he's done as much damage to himself as he's done to Scotty Moore.
It's still, he's trying to even the odds. I know the Hammerman could do it. He's got to reach deep down, and he's got to get a chair, and he's got to just win.
Oh my God, did you tell Shibata this was no DQ, Tibbs? Because that's illegal. He should get...
No, it probably is.
So Shibata's just allowing the chair stuff to happen then.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. It's all right.
Okay. Oh my God! Super kick to the midsection from Scotty Moore, who's now got him, picked him up. Oh, slamming him to the earth. And let me tell you something. If he was just a few inches closer, Hammerman would have just landed straight onto that Steele.
That could have knocked you out cold, Sills. That would have been the end of the match. He could have gotten a concussion.
Oh my God! A flying SMG! Scotty Moore soaring through the air, sending the Hammerman straight to the mat with that beautiful SMG.
What the fuck was that?
Goes for the pinfall. 1. Okay.
Hammer time, baby!
But unfortunately, Hammer was trying to make a comeback, but... Oh, wait, now both of them trading shots. Hammer boot! Going after Blake Tanner! He's on the top rope! And Tibbs, we may see it! We may see a hammer leg drop! Goes for the pinfall. 1, 2...
He kicked out!
Well, Tibbs, I mean... We knew the Hammerman was tenacious. We knew what he had left in him. But I honestly didn't think Scotty Moore could kick out of something like that, a hammer boot and the leg drop.
No, but he's not doing too well. He's got to get that hot tag in right now, or it's going to be curtains for Scotty Moore. Look at the Hammerman. He's going back up to the top, but...
Blake Tanner! Blake Tanner wisely sending the Hammerman to the earth, preventing his tag team partner, who is now coming over, getting the tag, and now it is Blake Tanner in the ring. Big boot to the side of the Hammerman's body. And now Tibbs, he's backing up for it. The Blake out!
Oh, Blake Tanner is a closer, Sills. You bring him in, and your match is over. Oh, but he kicked out!
The Hammerman showing more resiliency than I have ever seen anyone have in a JWF ring, kicking out of that flying SMG. The Blake out. Everything bounces off the ropes. Beautiful spin kick from the Hammerman, who climbs to the top rope. He's got Blake Tanner prone on that chair. Hammer leg drop.
Get it for the pin.
1, 2, 3. And Tibbs, it is all evened up. 1 versus 1. Scotty Moore and the Hammerman. They're all that's left.
This is it, Sills. All of the damn marbles. All the marbles. Scotty Moore, Hammerman. Scotty Moore, Hammerman, all the marbles.
That's right. Hammerman seemed to have an advantage, but unfortunately Scotty with that dragon corkscrew leg whip, but he reverses, sends him over his shoulders, picks up the chair, but Scotty takes it out of his hands.
Oh, Sills. I just don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know, but Hammerman, he's got him going to the back of Scotty Moore, picking him up on that top rope.
Oh.
Now what's Hammerman going for? He has got Scotty Moore 15 feet in the air for a beautiful back suplex.
Oh my God, he's just utterly torturing Scotty Moore now. Is he gonna do it?
Elbow drop just to get Scotty onto his front to prepare for that move that he has won championships with, and he may win 3 more right now. The hammer leg. Oh my God! SMG onto the steel chair from Scotty Moore. This is ridiculous, Ted.
I can't believe it, Sills. Not like this, Hammerman. Please. Please.
1, 2, 3. What?
Oh my
What is the Hammerman made of, Tim?
Pure hammers, strength, resiliency.
But Scotty Moore with the chair, but Hammerman ducks out of the way, but oh, it's a straight shot straight to the skull from that steel chair.
Scotty Moore is completely,
beautiful kick.
He is maddened by the fact that he can't put the Hammerman away. What is it gonna take?
Hammerman now going for a big bulldog, but I think Scotty Moore's taking just about as much out of the Hammerman as he could.
And you see him now, Sills. They're starting to slow down. You can see how tired both of these men are.
I think Hammerman was trying to set up for a Shining Wizard, but Scotty Moore managed to get out of the way and is now whipping him against those ropes. Could be going for that high angle SMG, but no, Hammerman stops him. Big splash. And Hammerman's picked him up. He could be trying for it once again. The Hammer Wizard.
Oh, get him, Hammerman. Knock him out.
Dragging him to the center of the ring. Both of these men so beaten, so broken, their bodies laying limp in the ring. But Hammerman on the top rope. This is his last shot, last opportunity. Hammer, leg, drop.
What is it gonna take? Something's gotta end this match. Something's gotta end it.
I don't know, but Hammerman back to his feet. Going for the quick pinfall Shibata. 1, 2, 3.
Holy shit! Holy ever-loving balls, Sills! 100% hammer! 100% all the marbles! Your new JWF Tag Team Champions! Your new JWF Captain Champion!
The VWO and Tibbs, I didn't think he could do it. I mean, he was in the ring in basically what was a handicap match against the Fight Boys, some of the most dominant men we have ever seen in this ring, and he took out all 3.
Sills, I am so winded by this match. I'm gonna have to take a breather before I can even compete later.
That's alright, Tibbs, but there they are. Your new tag team champions, your new captain's champions, the VWO. And Tibbs, I feel redemption in the air tonight. Hello everybody, this is everyone's favorite commentator, Silver Spoon, here to remind you that after the show, to go to patreon.com/a-load-of-BS. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, remember the JWF and all the other BS Network programs exist because of listeners like you, because of our lovely patrons over at patreon.com/a-load-of-BS. For the price of a cup of coffee a month, you can support the JWF, you can support them good old Fight Boys, Fun Fiction, a load of BS. You can support the entire network for just a few dollars a month. And of course, you get access to our exclusive Discord where you can help us make decisions. You'll get shouted out on a load of BS every single week. We got tons of perks waiting for you over at patreon.com/a-load-of-BS. All right, Tibbs, and it is now time for a match of your own creation. A match that you said would make future stars in this company and determine the next #1 contender to the JWF Championship. It's the International Waters match.
Oh, Sills, I'm real happy about this match. I created it from a dream I had.
What was the dream? Also, Funky Flossie is here.
Funky Flossie, he's looking good tonight. He's ready to win. Well, Sills, I dreamt I was on the ocean, on a barge, and it was me with nothing but ladders. And I had to climb the ladders, Sills. All 8 of the ladders. I had to climb the ladders. Climb the ladders for redemption. I was in international waters, too.
Oh, so that's the name. Well, let me tell you right now, this cat right here, Funky Flossie, is one of the most impressive men I have ever seen in a professional wrestling ring before. He's one of the JXT standouts, getting signed only a few short weeks ago. Of course, he was a star in JXT, and we hope to have just as much of that star power here in the JWF. I mean, the crowd's going crazy for him, Tips.
Oh, they love him. He's got such a great personality, and he can go in the ring, Sills. He is a dominant high-flying force if I've ever seen one.
That's right, that vicious Funky Kong maneuver he uses, that big spin kick. It's took out tons of superstars before, and it may again tonight. But not if this man has anything to say about it.
Sam Adams, he came in like a hot shot. He came in, he even retired his longtime mentor and friend, Spider Lockhart, and now it looks like it's all gone to his head. He used to be just the kind beer man, the guy that you could just go to the bar with after a show, but now he's just become a complete, total shit brain.
That's right, Tibbs. I mean, Sam Adams, he was a crowd favorite. Everyone loved him. But then he aligned with a man that we're going to talk about later, one of the men in this match. And ever since, Sam Adams has had a complete 180. I mean, the crowds that used to cheer him, they now jeer him. And no one wants to drink his beer anymore.
No, his sales have gone down.
That's right, and I know that is not playing well at the Adams household.
Not at all, Sills.
Now, speaking of things that don't play well, I listened to this man's podcast earlier today, AJ Steele, and Tibbs, I'll be honest with you, it was nothing but complete and total bullshit.
What does he talk about, Sills? Because I'm not going to subject myself to that.
Here, hold on. I actually have a clip from his latest episode.
Now look here, ladies and gentlemen, the problem with the JWF universe is that they're selling them the popcorn that makes them hate me. They all should love me. AJ Steele. Now if I could take a minute, I'd like to tell you about AJ Steele's dick pills.
All right, Tips, I'm going to cut it off right there, but you get the idea, right?
Yeah, I don't need to hear anymore. That's a completely... That accusation, I resent that, Sills. The only thing we put in our popcorn is a healthy dose of ecstasy.
That's right. We put it in the yellow butter. The white butter's fine. Do not use the yellow butter.
The yellow butter is Tibbs butter. That's mine.
That's right. And speaking of a man who's probably had a little bit of Tibbs butter in the last week, let's talk about this man, Tibbs, a man who recently came back to the JWF with his tag team partner. And oh God, yeah, he's had the Tibbs butter.
Oh, he must have gotten into it before. Damn it, I thought I hid it from him. Really should put my butter under a lock and key. Oh, God.
That's right, Tibbs, but there he is, Rat Boy Konnor, a man who we have not seen in a JWF ring since the Regal Rumble, since January. But he, of course, returned to this company with his partner, Viktor, and they declared if they win this match, then we're going to have the first ever tag team #1 contenders. And Tibbs, I don't know how I feel about that.
Sills. Why are they still here?
Have you got any of that Tibbs butter? Because he seems like he's having a good time on that Tibbs butter.
Yeah, here, let me Where'd my butter go?
Oh God, Tibbs, he's got a tub of it.
Damn it.
Well, Tibbs, a man who does not consume butter, only consumes raw animal fat, raw animal meat, raw eggs, is this man, the 7-foot redwood known as the Lumberjack.
You know, Sills, I've enjoyed the Lumberjack's transformation from someone who chops down trees to someone who just hauls them in a real big truck.
That's right, Tibbs, but I mean, I gotta ask you something. The Lumberjack, he's one of the known associates of Felix Ball, a man who I know you are not a big fan of. Why would you decide to put him in this match?
Well, Sills, listen here. I hate Felix Ball, alright? I want everyone to know that in case they didn't. But I kinda like the Lumberjack. I just think that he's a little bit misguided.
All right, Tibbs. Well, speaking of men who also seem a little bit misguided, men who seem a little bit misplaced, let's talk about this man. His tag team partner has already come into this match, but here he is, Viktor. And Tibbs, I'll be honest with you, ever since the Rat Ascensions came back, there seemed like there's a little bit of the disconnect. We've got Konnor, this big party rat who eats butter, and then we have this man, the no-nonsense Viktor, a man who, I'll be honest, if he went on his own, could be one of the most dominant men in this company.
You know, I just never understood the connection between the two, Sills. They're just so very different people. I don't understand why Viktor is dyeing his hair like this, acting like he's taking the butter, so to speak, when he's clearly not. He just wants to fight, and he just wants to be a real competitor.
That's right, Tibbs, but tonight could be his chance to break out from his team of the Rat Ascension with Konnor, but who knows? Who knows if this man has anything to say about it? He is, of course, the tag team partner of Sam Adams. He is the former JXT champion, of course, recently losing that title to the bad boy Joey Janela, who's, of course, no stranger to the JWF ring. It is Houston Longhorn.
You know, Sills, when I brought Houston Longhorn up, I thought he'd bring a kind of old school cowboy style to the JWF. I thought he'd bring something that we sorely needed. And the only thing he's brought is an attitude the size of Texas, and a big stupid mustache, and those damn glasses that must not work at all, right?
I mean, you ain't wrong, Tibbs. I'll be honest with you. You're not wrong. And speaking of things you weren't wrong about, I mean, you have brought back an absolute legend to this company. A man who I never thought I'd see again. It is the King of Flavortown, Guy Fieri.
Sills, if there's anybody I think that should deserve a chance at this wonderful opportunity, the ability to fight in the International Waters match, I couldn't think of anybody better than Guy Fieri. I had to call him up. I had to bend over backwards to get him to come back, and it really dangling a carrot in front of him, and he took it, and he's ready, he's hungry, and he's willing to fight his hardest for the JWF.
But Tibbs, I mean, I gotta say something. Guy Fieri, he's always seemed like a guy who's just a few steps away from being on the top. A guy who's just a few steps from becoming the JWF World Heavyweight champion in the past. And I think this match may be his opportunity to seize that has gone away from him so many times.
Well, I really hope so, Sills. He's gotten so close so many times, only to be either foiled or thwarted through machinations not of his own doing. He's had partners turn on him. He's had friends betray him. It's been a hard road for Guy Fieri, and I think that he deserves that redemption.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like that road is going to be even harder as he eats a big cattle drive from Houston Longhorn, the move that, of course, won him the JXT championship. But, ooh, Guy with a big clothesline takes him out.
It's... Sills, I booked an 8-man match. Sills. It's gonna be Oh, it's just so much.
That's right. Meanwhile, Viktor on the outside, is there such a brawl going on? What is Viktor doing? He is forming some sort of vicious ladder bridge in between our announce table and the ring. Meanwhile, he's picking up his partner, tossing him into the ring, making sure Konnor can stay near that belt. Meanwhile, the Lumberjack now climbing to the top. Climbing to the top, could be going after that briefcase that contains the contract for a match. And of course, our next pay-per-view, which is going to be Barcade in just a few short months.
Sills, you gotta wonder what this is gonna be. You got two teams in this match. They're two established teams. You got the Rat Ascension, you got Houston Longhorn and Sam Adams. And what kind of dynamic is that gonna bring, especially if it's just one of those, two of those team members, if one of them's gonna be the one to get that briefcase?
That's right, and now Viktor going back into the ring, could be going after Funky Flossie. Taking the newcomer from JXT, clotheslining him, almost sending him over the top rope through that vicious ladder bridge. Oh, but wait a minute, now deciding to actually toss him out. He has got Funky prone on top of that bridge. He is climbing to the top rope, and now... Oh my God, Funky moved! Funky moved out of the way, and Viktor's face just came crashing straight into some metal tips.
Listen here, I'll tell you one thing, brother. That was pure pain that he felt falling on that ladder. It didn't even buckle.
That's right, no one ever teaches you how to fall off a ladder at wrestling school, and people also don't teach you how to fall onto a ladder. But meanwhile, there's so much brawling going on the outside that Konnor's just picking up the ladder and setting it down.
I think that Konnor took a big hit to the head at some point, because he's not okay.
I thought you were going to say he took a big hit of the Tibbs butter, because that is what it seemed like to me.
Oh, that's also what he's doing, isn't it? He's not okay for this. He's not... do you think that he is going to be completely disabled from this match?
Well, I mean, Tim... he is so not okay for this. Why did we let him do this, Tibbs?
I don't know. No, I'll be clear. He did it on his own. He took my fucking butter. He took my butter, Steele.
Shades of Sting versus Jeff Hardy at Victory Road with Ratboy Konnor. Alright. Now Konnor being picked up by Houston Longhorn, but instead of doing anything, he's kind of just standing around.
And Funky over there in the corner going, and Sam Adams trying to get him out of the ring.
Yeah, we should probably look anywhere else other than what's happening in the ring. Oh, but wait a minute!
What?
He just hit Viktor. Ratboy just hit Viktor. I don't know if that was
might have been the butter talking.
That was the butter thing. But there he is, Tibbs, the king of Flavortown, smelling the butter on Ratboy Konnor, and he has now got him. He's trying his best, whipping him off of that ladder.
Sills, this has turned into a battle for the butter.
That's right. No, the food fight straight to Ratboy, but Viktor right there to avenge his tag team partner. And now we've got the Rat Ascension doing what they do best, tag team action to take out Guy Fieri.
Oh, Sills, this match has just gone 6 shades of buck wild already.
That's right, and now looks like Viktor is actually... Wait! Tibbs, this is not the butter! Ratboy just picked up Viktor, tried for something big, and now the Rat Ascension is imploding in the center of the ring!
Sills, that's what happens when you got the allure of opportunity dangling right above your heads. Some people will go through anything to take that. They will stab their best friends in the back.
That's right, and now Viktor sending Konnor into the ropes. Big clothesline to the Rat Boy. And now Viktor picking up Konnor. What could he be going for? Sending him onto that ladder bridge. And Tibbs, it looks like Viktor's about to go hardcore. Beautiful elbow drop sends him through that ladder. ladder. Let's see it one more time.
Holy diver hellfire!
That'll sober you up if nothing else. I'll tell you that right there, Tibbs.
No amount of butter's gonna keep you from feeling that pain.
That's right. Now Houston Longhorn on the top. Quigley trying to get down the briefcase. Everyone was distracted with that amazing elbow drop through that ladder that Houston was trying to take the opportunity to steal it away. But now he's been knocked off. Guy Fieri's got his hands on that briefcase. And now AJ Steele, Funky Flossie teaming up, knocking it out. And oh my
Holy
God!
shit!
Viktor with a massive spear to the body of Guy Fieri, knocking him 20 feet out of the air, Tibbs.
He flew. That motherfucker flew. Have you ever seen a rat fly, Sills? Because I just did.
That's right, and now Viktor quickly picking up Guy Fieri, the only person left in the ring, trying to toss him out, but Guy reverses. And now it's both of them just fighting over who gets the opportunity to climb that ladder. Viktor climbing to the top rope. Beautiful clothesline to Guy Fieri. Meanwhile, on the outside, looks like Rat Boy Konnor finally coming to his senses, whipping the Lumberjack into the ring.
It's been hard for any competitor in this match to get the real leverage they need to get any time trying to get the briefcase down.
That's right, it's also been hard for them to fight on the right fucking side of the ring so we can call the action, Houston!
Houston Longhorn, that's what he's doing. He's probably doing dirty tactics over there.
That's right, meanwhile, Guy Fieri back on top once again. Sam Adams actually stopping AJ Steele, though. And now, looks like Konnor. Or is that Viktor? That's actually Viktor. I'm sorry, trying to knock down the ladder, but Sam Adams, oh my God, it's a reverse DDT, knocking the ladder out.
And it's now Guy Fieri hanging on for dear life.
Oh! Power bombed onto the back of that steel chair. That is horrifying to think about, Tibbs.
Oh my God, Sills, I don't know if I can bear to watch any more of this. Tonight, I've seen a rat fly. I've seen a rat ingest too much butter. I've seen the dick pill guy, which I just don't want in my life.
Tibbs, I don't think it's the butter. I think it's all the ecstasy in the butter.
Now, have you ever eaten too much butter, Sills?
Yeah, and it didn't make me act like that rat fuck down there is.
Well, you know what? Maybe we just have different life experiences there, huh?
All right. Meanwhile, Sam Adams and AJ Steele on the top fighting. Two men who think of themselves as American heroes getting knocked down. Oh, Funky with a big. Oh, wait a minute. I was gonna say Funky with that big suplex, but then Konnor picks him up. But now the Lumberjack just clearing house.
Oh, the Lumberjack is chopping down trees left and right, and he's gonna climb one of his own.
That's right, setting it up in the center of the ring. I mean, Lumberjack's so tall, Tibbs, he could climb up that ladder, reach the briefcase himself. Like, I don't even think he needs the
He
ladder.
probably doesn't even need the ladder, Sills. He's probably got an 8-foot vertical fucking jump or something.
That's right, and now Viktor coming from behind Fieri, but Fieri leaving the ring, and now Viktor's alone. Viktor's alone in the ring. Everyone's distracted on the outside with the infighting. And Tibbs, he's trying to get that briefcase down, but Konnor, the Rat Boy is sobered up, and he's knocked his tag team partner to the ground, Tibbs.
My God.
What in the world is Rat Boy Konnor thinking?
He can't do it, can he? Oh my God, no!
Tibbs,
No, God!
we have a new #1 contender to the
Why?
JWF Championship.
Why?
The biggest prize in the business is now going to be fought and defended and contested against the Butter Rat.
Well, Sills, fuck.
I mean, maybe that's gonna be the Sting Jeff Hardy Victory Road situation. You never know.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep the butter away from him from now on. Sills, we might just have to put the butter on hold for a couple months.
The year was 1969. The U.S. was in a race to the moon against the USSR. What they didn't expect, however, was to find their real enemies not waiting in Russia, but instead on the very moon they were aiming for. 50 years later and our world is still at siege from enemies beyond our stars. And that's where the Space Marines come into play, and let me tell you something, I'm one of the best. The name's Dane Armstrong, the world's greatest Space Marine, and the man who's come to save your asses.
Not really. Join the BS Network as they head straight into the stars for Deviant, an audio drama featuring action, adventure, space piracy, and karaoke?
Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa!
Hop aboard and fly with us into the stars every other Sunday on this Deviant.
Living on a prayer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for an epic Los Trios Tangos match, a match that could bring about the end of the world. But unfortunately, I'm alone here at the announce desk because Captain Tibbs is going to be in one of these teams fighting tonight.
Yeah, so it's me. I'm here. It's Blake Tanner.
Well, I guess Blake Tanner of the Dynasty just inserting himself into commentary. Blake, how have you been?
Have you been watching? Have you been watching Silver Spoon? I'm not well. Not okay. I don't even know why you thought to ask that. As Flambeau enters the ring.
Well, I mean, I know you've had some history with Mojo Gruff, but outside of that, I mean, I know that Dylan, your associate, he has faced off against Honeypot numerous times. But, I mean, otherwise, what do you think about these three men coming down to the ring right now?
Listen, Spoon, I'm gonna be the first to tell you that I don't believe all this hokum about spooks and magic or whatever it is, about these guys coming out saying they're gods or demons or whatever. They're just a bunch of dudes that like to dress in black and wear stupid horns. And look at that red eye thing that Honeypot's got going on. How do you even believe it? How do you take these guys seriously?
I mean, were you not here the night that the Leviathan was resurrected from the dead? Did you not see the JWF arena the next week? The cracks in the walls, I mean, it's still not been repaired to this day. Demon or not, these three are fucking dangerous.
Come on, Sills, it was obviously an earthquake. What do you get? One man could not do that. Duh. He's not the most terrifying thing in existence. Definitely not. I fought so much worse than that. Probably.
Alright, now it looks like Honeypot with a new look. Some would say he shared a look too similar to the Leviathan and had to get it changed.
Well, you know what? That's just typical egotism in teams, and honestly, I just don't get it. I don't get having a single egotistical teammate that controls everything. That's just never a great idea.
Well, I mean, in this team, these three, they seem aligned. They seem ready, all of them donning the Momoan war gear of Momoa Curry. And does Chuck have swords?
He has two katanas on his back, Sills. This is some weeb ass shit right here.
Well, I mean, but here they are, the three men who have united to attempt to take down La Flambeau, to prevent the end of the world with the help of a move known as the Trinity Bomb, a vicious three-man power bomb that sent the demon known as the Leviathan to hell, locked him away for 50 plus years, and now they are here and ready to try and do it again.
Listen, Sills, I like to think that I'm an expert at triple power bombs, and I just don't see how a triple power bomb, as powerful as a move as it could be, could seal anything away. I don't know. And look at what Tibbs is wearing. Come on, what is that sequin shit?
It's made from the metals of Atlantis, is what Momoa told me earlier today. In fact, Momoa, you saw him coming out with that bottle that contained water from Atlantis itself. Momoa claims it gives him power before he comes into battle. And I gotta say, these three, we're gonna need all of the help from Atlantis, of the gods, of whoever, if they want to fight La Flambeau tonight.
You just got Aquaman and his fucking buddies out here tonight, just trolling on their aquarium shit. I just don't.
All right, Blake. Before this match begins, I guess I do need to give you a quick rundown. We do need to be non-biased as commentators. We don't really need to put any of our own personal beliefs into the match, is the thing.
Spoon, I've done this before. I know how to be a commentator. Stop miss me with that, all right? I'm here, and I'm gonna do my job, because I need my ice pack. Someone get my ice pack, damn it.
Alright, well, it looks like to start off the match, we have Honey Pot and Chuck Tibbs. Now, I know you're more than familiar with Chuck, who, went for a big spear, but misses it on Honey Pot, who is now just choking the life out of the dear boy.
He is really just getting completely stomped, isn't he? I mean, I fought Chuck Tibbs on a number of occasions back when he was Canada Charlie and beyond, but I guess... I don't know. This feels different.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Blake, you've never really been in the ring with them. You've never felt this aura that these three men give off. There's a change in the atmosphere, almost like you could smell ozone in the arena when these three enter. They are demons.
Come on, Sills. That's just gotta be something wrong with the AC. I mean, it's gonna be... Or like the heater's kicked on, you got that fuzz smell. That's all that is. It's not brimstone. Come on. You smell sulfur in old buildings. It's nothing.
Alright, now Chuck tagging in Captain Tibbs, my partner at this announce desk. And I'll be honest, I'm gonna need him not to die, because I can't do this much longer.
Sills, Listen, I have a lot of respect for Captain Tibbs. I know he doesn't agree with what we've been doing recently, but he was one of my childhood heroes, so I'm gonna let that by. Because I really respect him in the ring, and I know that he is a solid competitor, and that he is someone who could help win this match.
Alright, but now
he's gonna be the hero that he's always been, right?
I mean, who knows? He seems to be right now putting the boots to Honey Pot, who is wisely... I mean, at this point, this is the best move that the team of Momoa Curry can do, is to keep everyone separated, to make sure that no one gets those hot tags. Whips him off the ropes. Beautiful double kicks from the Tibbs family. And now looks like he's got him back on his feet. Woo! Went for the spear. Guess he had learned that from Momoa Curry, but unfortunately Honey Pot has stopped him at the pass and is just wrenching on the neck.
I'm gonna be honest, Spoon, I've seen Honey Pot in the ring. I've fought against him before, but, like, something does feel different, doesn't it? It's really deadening. Oh my god, did he just kick Momoa Curry and send him to the ground like that? No, they're gonna... Momoa Curry is the god of the JWF, whatever that means.
Well,
of course, he's not
he
a
did
real
just
god.
He did just throw him so hard he knocked Shibata down, and now choke slamming him into the earth, absolutely destroying the god of the JWF, going for a quick pin. 1, 2, barely kicking out at 2 is Momoa.
Of course, Sills. I mean... Honey Pot has already been in for longer than any of the other team combined, and I think that it's just going to be a matter of time before someone gets the better of Honey Pot. Did he just phase through that rope?
He did, and now whipping Momoa into those steel steps, sending the god of the JWF to the earth, and now Honey Pot has picked him up, but Momoa fighting back, sending him into the guardrail, backing up, and he's getting ready for it. I can see it. The spear him straight through the barricade, taking out Honey Pot.
Now, see, that's the Momoa Curry I know. That's the Momoa Curry that is a dominant force and well deserving of the JWF Championship. Of course, I'm not going to take that away from him. I think that I should be in contention for that championship more often than I have been, and I just am real burned that I haven't been able to fight him yet and reclaim my championship. But you have to respect him and everything that he's been through. He's gonna always pull out moves like that, and he's always gonna just knock Shibata over for some reason.
Well, I mean, that is something I was curious to ask you. I mean, Momoa Curry, his title reign has shown no signs of stopping. And let's be honest, if he makes it all the way to WrestlePalooza and beyond, he will beat your record for longest reigning JWF champion of the modern era. And I'm curious how you react to that.
Well, Spoon, it's obviously not going to happen. Because, you know what? I'm just going to come out and say it. What happened tonight, earlier in our match, Los Quatros Tangos, was a blessing in disguise. Because it leaves me, Blake Tanner, open for any and everything. I, of course, am going to do my best to reclaim the Captain's Championship that is rightfully mine, but then I might just come after Momoa Curry's championship. I might just do that. You never know. I might have to put a stop to that, because when I think about that, when I think about my legendary...
Wait, hold on, because I think in your future would be that. If you try to face Momoa Curry right now, he has been one of the most dominant tear of his entire career. 1, 2... Oh, Mojo kicking out at 2.
And you see, that's it, Sills. Everybody's starting to get Momoa Curry again. Everybody's starting to feel what he's like in the ring. So it's only a matter of time before someone puts him down again. And I don't know if you have forgotten this, Sills, but I do always have a silver bullet locked and loaded.
Well, I mean, you say that, but I do also want to say you are the one member of the Dynasty without a pinfall victory over Momoa Curry. I mean, Scotty Moore, he's defeated him in a last man standing match. We've seen the Dylan defeat him in a retirement match. You're the only person who's never really seemed to get one up on Momoa Curry in the past.
So when you think about it like that, I mean, think about how many times I have defeated Scotty, for example. You know, we are back together again, and I'm so happy that we have teamed together and that we are such a dominant force as we are, but you can't forget that in the past. The only reason that I haven't beaten Momoa Curry is because our trajectories have not crossed.
Alright, well, unfortunately, Momoa Curry's trajectory is about to pass with Honeypot once again, but Honeypot stops him, and then, Momoa clotheslining him to the outside. Going to the top rope. Look at Momoa be going for something big.
All Momoa, all the time. You can't...
But no! He's got him by the throat! Big choke slam! And he sends him on top of Mojo Gruff. Honeypot is vicious. He doesn't care. He has just slammed He just slammed Momoa onto his own partner.
Jesus Christ. That was vicious. I don't... Momoa Curry can't be taken down by something just like that. He just looks so discombobulated, even though he's fighting back against Honeypot now, but that would throw anybody for... I don't see how somebody could overpower Momoa Curry that easily.
Well, it looks like Momoa's finally about to get that power back as he sets up for a Momoan punch. And now, he's got him. Oh, I thought he was going for a spear, but instead opting to just hit a beautiful STO, sends him down to the earth. Momoa looking pumped and picking him up. And we may see it right here, that vicious power bomb. But wait a minute.
He's calling for it.
Blake, it's happening. It's the Trinity Bomb, the move that sent the Leviathan back to hell in the first place, and they're about to hit it on Honeypot.
My God, is this what it is?
Picking it up and slamming it.
What?
It's Honeypot. It's our interviewer. The interviewer, Honeypot, is back. The demon has been exorcised. Our interviewer is back.
What the fuck just happened? What?
The Trinity Bomb! It did its job! It sent the demon back to hell! And I'm so happy we have our own interviewer back!
No, you hold the fucking phone here. You hold the fucking... What did I just see?
You saw the Trinity Bomb! A vicious 3-man power bomb capable of sending any beast back to hell itself!
That's impossible. That's not fucking real. That cannot be, that is, what?
Oh, but wait for it, and I was going for a spear, but no! He reversed it into a DDT, and now Mojo Gruff going to work on Momoa Curry. Well-
Sills, can I get a drink out here?
We've got butter. Would you like the butter?
Yeah, do you have any popcorn or anything to put it on? Why do you have butter out here?
It's the butter. You take the butter. And speaking of taking the butter, it's this man's butter, and no one like Mojo Gruff's ever gonna have a taste. Ooh, but Mojo jumping over the top.
And now Tibbs has not been in the match that much. He's been to the sidelines for most of it, so it was him coming in fresh, especially against Mojo Gruff. They've got a history together. They once teamed together. I mean, we all know that.
Oh no. Oh no, Tibbs! Oh! He takes out the Leviathan! Captain Tibbs going after the Leviathan with that huge shot! Now climbing to the top! Beautiful elbow drop! And let me tell you something, Blake, right now Tibbs cannot relent! Tibbs cannot stop! And he's got him locked in the captain's hook! But unfortunately he grabs the ropes!
Oh, Tibbs could do a lot of damage with that captain's hook. It's truly a terrifying experience. At wrestling school, you had to be put in...
Wait.
Are they doing it again?
They're doing it again, and this time, they're not waiting for Mojo Gruff. They've got him up. They've got the Leviathan. He's going to hell, sending him straight down with the Trinity.
Fuck.
But, wait.
Wait.
He's still here. The Leviathan is still here. And then Mojo Gruff broke it up. That was supposed to send it back.
No. That was supposed to be it. They've already done it. They've already hit their power. Did you just feel it get heavier here, Sills?
It feels a little bit heavy, but now the Leviathan on the top rope. Oh my God, a vicious heel kick, and he's shaking off that. Oh my God, he just threw Momoa onto Captain Tibbs.
How can someone be so powerful?
Well, he was going after Chuck, but that allowed Tibbs to come in and hit that big back suplex.
Yeah, get him, Tibbs, get him.
All right, now he's pulled him into that corner. I don't know what Captain Tibbs could be thinking right now. I think he was trying for another Trinity bomb, but his tag team partners, they're down at ringside, and now the Leviathan has got full control once again.
Spoon, Tibbs looks scared. I've never seen Tibbs look scared like this.
I think the only reason he's scared, he doesn't see his boy. I think he might have been afraid about Chuck. And now, oh my God, Chuck being sent in. The Leviathan has decimated all three members of this team. And now is going after Captain Tibbs' big spinning back fist.
Tibbs could only just watch helplessly as his son is utterly just thrown like a piece of meat out of the ring.
And now, he was going for it. He was going for it, but instead, Tibbs reversed. He reversed the choke breaker, and he's picking him back up. Captain Tibbs with that big forearm, and now he's calling for it. Could he be trying for the cap? Wait, no, Tibbs, you're not strong enough. Trinity bomb, one man Trinity bomb. 1, 2, 3.
Tibbs.
And Captain Tibbs, after a one, his back might be broken at this point. He's going on pure adrenaline.
You can't keep doing that, Tibbs. Tibbs, do you remember what happened last time?
And now, wait a minute. Chuck is waiting for it. He's got Mojo in the captain's hook of his own, wrenching on the knee of the Voodoo Man. Captain Tibbs proudly saluting to the crowd. But unfortunately, oh, wait a minute. Let's go of it. And then, a splash. A big splash from Captain Tibbs takes out Mojo Gruff.
Come on, y'all can do it. You've already won. Just bring it home.
All right, and Chuck just going to work on Mojo. I mean, this is a 3-on-1 situation, but I mean, Blake, you know all too well that 3-on-1 situation, oh my God! Mojo just took out Shibata.
Shibby, no. You can't just... There's no way after everything that we've seen, after everything, how does it still feel this heavy?
It's a wise move for Mojo Gruff. If Shibata can't count the pin, there will not be a pinfall.
But there's no way that Mojo Gruff can win right now. I mean, a comeback from 3-on-1 is true, but all of them are so worn out from those Trinity power bombs. Tibbs
Oh no, he did it again!
God, no. Tibbs is barely... He can't stand up all the way. He's holding onto the ropes to keep up.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Poison mist! Poison mist straight into the face of Chuck Tibbs! He has just spat pure hellfire into the face of Chuck! Climbing! And oh my God! Chuck rolled out of the way!
That was beautiful ring awareness. I can't take that away from Chuck Tibbs.
And then, oh my God, hits him with his own move! The Baja Blast! 1, 2! He barely's kicking out! But he's calling for it! He's calling for it! And let me tell you something, I don't think Mojo Gruff has the ring resiliency that the Leviathan did, because I think he's about to eat one last, one big, one final Trinity Bomb!
That's gotta be it.
Goes for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3!
Oh, that was... I don't know what I just saw out there, Sills. I'm gonna have to take some time to process it, but no matter what it is, it means that we get another day, I guess.
That's right, Blake Tanner. After an absolutely hellacious match, the team of Momoa Curry, Captain Tibbs, his son Chuck, they came out victorious. Not a single one of them eliminated. They get to move on to this next day. And I know that the person most proud right now has to be Captain Tibbs, because his son Chuck just saved the world.
And you can't take that away, Sills. I'm glad that I was out here to see this. Obviously tomorrow night we're gonna be back to business, but that was beautiful.
That's right, Blake, but let me tell you something, it has been an amazing pay-per-view. I mean, not for you personally, but we got to see Rat Boy Konnor claim the #1 contendership. I mean, Tibbs said that the International Waters match, he said that it was going to make new stars. And I'll be honest, Rat Boy Konnor, his star may be shining bright soon.
That's
but
great. But I would like to say first, before we leave, our business is not finished. Since you decided to talk about our loss earlier tonight, we will be back, and we are down, but we are not out, because we are the Dynasty. Remember that.
That's right, bringing up your unfortunate loss to the VWO earlier tonight when the Hammerman came back from a 1-on-3 situation. I mean, you had all the Fight Boys in there. I mean, you guys should have won easily, but then you guys just lost.
Hey, shut the hell up, Silves. I don't know what happened out there. It was a miscommunication, and it should not have happened. We're going to talk about it later, and we're going to fix it. And then the VWO, their ass is going to be right back out of this company, just like last time.
Well, I mean, you're talking about this tomorrow. We wouldn't have it tomorrow if it was not for the team of Momoa Curry, Captain Tibbs, and Chuck Tibbs after what was an absolutely grueling match. It was amazing, historical. But of course, time always has to roll on, so you can hear us on the Fight Boys podcast for the next episode of JWF Monday Night War. It's got all the stories, everything you need to know about this company. But of course, until next time, he's been Blake Tanner, I've been Silver Spoon, this has been Los Trios Tangos, and we will see you next time!